Hello world, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. I can't remember the name of this town, sorry guys, I'll let you know in a bit later. I'm going to try and get a bus to Banjarmasin today, but if that's not possible, I'll try hitchhiking there. It's about 6 hours, it's only 280 kilometres, but it's slow here. Unless you get a driver like I got yesterday. He knew how to drive. He drove like an Australian. So yeah, we got here pretty quick, but hopefully I can get a bus, because this isn't the safest place in the world. But if worse comes to worse, I will hitch. This is my hotel, guys. It looked a bit ratty, but I had the best sleep. Good aircon, and it's the Hotel Dewey Fortuna. I'll show you the sign. These guys have been so helpful. They've organised me a ride that's going to pick me up here in a minute, and I can sit in the front seat for $23, or I can sit in the back seat, and I think this is them now. Okay, so I've got to go and grab my gear. And these are the girls that are doing the cleaning and the cooking, and I love embarrassing these girls. And these are the guys that have been so much help. So yeah, this was an amazing hotel, guys, the Dewey Fortuna. Say hello. Put your face down and say hello. Turns out it's not one of those little buses, it's actually a car. I think like a station wagon sort of thing, four-wheel drive looking thing. And for $23 I get to sit in the front seat, but I think I told you that already. Yeah, guys. I love Borneo, I love Indonesia. Let's see where the rest of the adventure takes us. And this is my driver, Ali. He's taking me to Banjarmasin. Yeah. And we should be there in about 6 or 7 hours, I think. And Ali's wife is named Ulfa. So hello, Ulfa. How are you?
Where are you from?
Australia. Beach in Borneo, guys. I didn't realise we'd be coming here today. I thought we were inland all day, but this is it. And look what I found. In a shop on the side of the road, soda water. My first shop soda water since Mataram, I think. I don't know if you guys can see it, but all those little black dots on the horizon are oil rigs. Billions of dollars being made out there, and we're driving on the worst roads I've ever driven on. Well, not the worst, but they're on a par with the Pampas in Bolivia, which were the worst. This is corruption, guys. For those of us in Australia and England, you want to complain about your governments, come and live in these countries for a while. I just read an email, guys. I sold the first copy of my book. Thank you, Diana. Thank you. And guys, there's a link in the description of all the videos to the website. You can go in there and buy a copy of the book, $8 US. Help me keep doing this. Morning, just having a yummy breakfast, and then I'll go and explore Banjarmasin. I did try and get a motorbike, but they wanted a ridiculous amount of money just for this afternoon for like 3 or 4 hours. I said no. So there's a little moto taxi rank down the road. After I've had breakfast, I'll go and check them out, find out what they'll charge me to run me around for the day. Usually not too much. And yes, that's my plans for the day. This is the Aston behind me here, the yellow building. I got a pretty good deal on booking.com, and great breakfast, comfy room, old hotel, like most of the hotels I've stayed in Borneo, but it's 4 or 5 k's out of town, so there's no just wandering for me today. I've got to find a motor taxi or something and head into town. I've done quite a few miles walking the last few days with the backpack on. I have to admit my legs are a bit sore, but it feels like I'm floating without it on my back today. Nice relief to be rid of it. I'm just sort of walking down the road trying to find a motor taxi, and I'll find one eventually, but I'm heading in the direction of town. There's a few things to see, floating markets and things, but let's see if I can get there. Life's cruel sometimes, guys. Whenever I'm just walking around and I don't want a motor taxi, I get guys stopping all the time asking, but now that I want one, I must have walked 2 or 3 Ks already. Anyway, I'll just keep going, someone will stop eventually. Well guys, I saw this from the distance and it looked actually better from the distance because I can't get in here. And I thought it was some old palace or something. Look at this, just unbelievable. And like it goes for maybe 100 meters long. I'll show you when I'm walking back to my hotel or when I'm walking this way. I'll try and show you a better view from the side. And I thought this was some old palace or something. And I asked the guard in Google Translate, and when he Google translated back, it just said house big boss, house big boss. And I couldn't think this was a private residence, but after a bit of research, this is actually a really new built house by some rich guy. Look at this guy. This is what I was talking about, the inequality in third world countries. That's someone's house, and then other people are living under blue tarpaulins in paddock. It's just, and you know, oh, I talked about the oil rigs out on the horizon while we were driving on the terrible roads. Also, Kalimantan, I believe, is the biggest producer of palm oil in the world. And even if it's not the biggest, it's up there. Most of Kalimantan is a palm tree plantation. And some of the smaller farmers can't even afford to buy palm oil for their family. So it's such corruption, inequality. I'm very lucky to be born in Australia, and I'm one of those people that understand just how lucky I am. And guys, now we've skipped to the end of the day. Look at this monstrosity behind me. This is someone's private house. Unbelievable. Well, it took a while, but he's agreed to pretty good price, 80,000 for the day, so $8. It's going to run me around to all the tourist spots. I'm hoping we'll see the floating markets and things, but he's the tour guide for the day. This building behind me is quite famous. Here's the waterfront. Take tours up and down the river. It's here. It doesn't look too poor, but I'm going to get him to stop just up on this bridge up here, and I'll show you all the corrugated iron houses built out over the river. But yeah, this building here is really one of the things to see in TripAdvisor. This is my driver just here. Look at these beautiful old traditional old buildings. Just amazing. I'm not sure whether this is where he's taking me, but we're going somewhere. He's selling SIM cards. Say hello. Hello. Well, he's obviously pretty proud of this bridge up there because he brought me through the homeless park to show me the bridge, but that's all right. Just beautiful. But now I want to go to the other bridge and film the old town. Now we're really in the river part of it. These houses built out over the river. I wanted him to take me to the bridge because I could get some good film of it from there, but obviously he knows what he's doing. You can see here they're built out over the river. My friend in Peru, well, she lives in Germany now, Fabiola. Hello, Fabiola. She once gave me the best advice I've ever had for travelling, and that's don't look how people are living, look how happy they are. And that's when we were going through a really, really poor part of Peru of Lima in a taxi, and she could see how it was affecting me, but now I can look. That was just one of the poorest parts of Indonesia I've been to. But people have just got such happy faces. Every time I waved at someone, I was, oh, hello, hello, hello. So yeah, guys, don't look at how people are living. Look at their faces, the happiness in their eyes. Now we're heading into a bit of a slum, but just look at these people's faces, how happy they are. Just amazing, guys. People complain in Australia how they're living. Oh, poor me, poor me. But look at this. And look at these guys here, just happiness. Hey. Now, if I'd rented a motorbike myself today, guys, I would never have seen anything like this. Just unbelievable. Saw one plastic bag in the river, and that's made me realise there's very, very little rubbish here. People are looking, and as we go past these ladies, look at her face. The traditional, I hope you can see, but she had the traditional sunscreen on. Oops. Got a bit of a bottleneck here. Everywhere here there's guys with traditional tattoos, and every one of them's commented on me, so as soon as they see my arms their faces light up. So I think tattooing is a big sign of manhood here. Not that I think I'm a man because I've got tattoos. For me it's like an old lady collecting teaspoons or dishcloths when they're travelling, but yeah, to these guys it's a big deal, I think. He asked what else I wanted to see. I said the floating market, and he's told me 6 o'clock. I'm not sure whether that means it's 6 o'clock in the morning or 6 at night, but I think it must mean 6 in the morning. Everyone gets their clothes shopping for the day and everything, and then it's over. But it could be a night market, I don't know. You guys will have to check for yourselves. So in my understanding of Indonesian, which is nothing, I think where we just went past there was where the floating markets are. There was a whole lot of people sitting in a restaurant, heaps of boats outside. So I think they're just finished for the day and are having their lunch. And now he's taking me across the main bridge of town, so we can see all that poverty from another direction. Now guys, when I say poverty, I showed you all those people. Every one of them had a big grin on their faces. So, you know, in Australia, America, England, we finish work, we go home, we go to the pub, we go home. But these people spend their whole lives together. So they might be living like this, but they no, that's alright. So he's just going to stop and let me see properly, but he doesn't realise I'm already filming. So yeah guys, this is Banjarmasin, Borneo. Hey guys, this is a little sort of lookout on the waterfront. I guess it's a jetty where the boats pull up. Look at this, but right behind me is the Museum Wasaka. I'm not sure if it's open though, but let's go and have a look. Let's embarrass all these young girls. Say hello. Hi. I think the museum's just shut for lunch, and they're trying to get me to wait. My moto taxi driver's trying to get me to wait to see the museum, but people don't seem to understand that I much prefer to see this than this, but we'll see what happens. Now, so he just found these young kids and speak English, and they explained to me that the floating market's closed and it doesn't open again for a while, and it starts at 5 AM in the morning anyway, so yes, that's why I can't see the floating markets today. But this has been a great day guys. We've been running around for about 3 hours. That waterfront was unbelievable. The contrast between that palace that one guy built for his family and the people living on the waterfront, just and I'm sure he's not as happy as they are. Beautiful buildings, the Islam Centre of Kalimantan. I think from our fractured Google Translate conversation, this is the main temple of Kalimantan, but please guys correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Yeah, these basketball courts are very famous all through Kalimantan, so I believe, and the reason they're so famous is because of this big monkey statue here. Look at this guys. Because I'm in Indonesia, all the information I find on this guy is in Indonesian, so I can't understand. But if you guys look it up, things to do in Banjarmasin. Oh look, he's got a little hose, so water must come flying out of his mouth. There's like a water cannon in his mouth. Look at this, guys. This is getting up to the better off areas, but still unbelievable, guys. What a day. I think I've had enough. It's getting pretty late, so I might head back to the hotel, start doing a bit of editing, but we will see. Well, he's taking me somewhere else. I've got no idea where, but I can see sort of a castle in front of me, kind of a mosque kind of castle thingy, so I'm guessing that's where we're going. Well, I was wrong. That was just a normal building with kind of turrets on the top. So I've still got no idea where we're going. Look at this, guys. I'm not sure if this is where he's bringing me, but this is just unbelievable. I'm not sure if it's old or if it's just built in old style. No, it's got corrugated iron for the roofs. Wow, just unbelievable. And I think it's a factory for something. Unbelievable. We've been riding for about half an hour. We're really on the outer suburbs of the city. Maybe I can kind of smell the beach, but I don't think we're anywhere near the beach. But I think that might be where he's taking me. I'm not sure. So the bridge up here, and he keeps pointing at it. Big suspension bridge. I think that's where he's bringing me to see. Find out. What an amazing day, guys. Look at this. And again, I said this in the Mataram video, maybe. Makassar video, I think. If I just got on a motorbike by myself, I never would have found all this stuff. Unbelievable day. Suspension bridge that's built for, well, these are pretty poor areas. I'm guessing because the only bridges across are back in the city, and it took us half an hour to get out here. But yeah, so you can get across here in scooters or walk. My driver was trying to say, oh, let's walk across. And he doesn't know me very well. Look at this. Look, guys, what a day I've had, really. Unbelievable day. But I really am. It's getting late. It looks like it's going to rain over here. So I'm going to tell him it's time to knock off for the day. I really like their roundabouts here in Indonesia. Every town we go to we see something like this. And a big fish. When I first arrived in Peru many years ago, there was attack helicopters all along the runway of the airport. But they were police helicopters. I remember thinking to myself, where have I come to that the police need attack helicopters? But now there was armoured personnel carriers there and everything where we just went past, and it doesn't faze me anymore. Oh, well, that was a day, guys. I'm exhausted. 6 hours on the back of that bike. And the closest shop from here is maybe 1 kilometre up the road, and the hotel lends you, gives you a free push bike, so I just rode up there. I'll sleep well tonight. But anyway, guys, if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that mad dog icon up there or the subscribe button down below. May as well hit that bell icon while you're down there. I always try and respond to your comments, so leave a comment, give me a big thumbs up, share this video everywhere you can, and we'll see you in the next one.